Good day everyone and welcome to our course orientation for CM011L. Before we proceed with the discussion of your syllabus, let's first take a look into the new modular system which takes into effect this first quarter of school year 2020 to 2021. Under the new modular system, the courses are divided into several modules that have their own assessments. For CM011L, we have two modules. Module 1 is Chemistry Lab Module 1 and Module 2 is Chemistry Lab Module 2. Module 1 contains 2 experiments and Module 2 contains 4 experiments. Now, what are the advantages of the modular system to you, the students? The modular system greatly benefits you because first, there's granular delivery of courses. That means that the materials and the assessments of a module are better aligned into the course outcomes of that module. Another advantage for you is that you have multiple opportunities to pass because if you fail a module, you would then get multiple opportunities to get a passing grade for that module. And if you fail a module under that course, you only need to repeat the module and not the entire course. So for CM011L, you have two modules. As long as you pass at least one of those modules, then you will not fail in the course. And the modular system ensures that the objectives of outcomes-based education are met, which are largely centered to you, the learners. In our previous arrangements, one of the biggest questions of the students is how can they pass the course? But in the new modular system, the question that you should be asking yourselves is how can you fail the course because of all of the advantages that you are being given. The modular system has made it harder to fail if you are serious in your studies. You will only get a grade of 5 if, first, you fail all modules. We have two modules. If you fail both modules, then you also fail the course. Second, if you are 100% absent in one of the modules, regardless of class standing. This is the attendance policy of CHED. And lastly, if you violate the academic integrity policy. That means that if you cheat or if you are caught cheating, then you automatically fail the course. And if you pass at least one module, you will not fail the course. So again, for CM011L, we have two modules. As long as you pass at least one of those modules, then you will no longer fail the course. Let's then define the difference between module grades and course grades. So the module grades still follow the numerical grading scheme that is from 1.00 to 3.00 if you passed the module. If you fail a module, you get a module grade of IP. You do not automatically get a grade of 5 if you fail the module. The grade of IP can be converted to 3.00 after passing the completion of requirements. So in our case, if you failed the exam in one of the modules, then you just have to retake the exam until you pass the exam so that your grade of IP for the module can be converted to 3. The course grade is the average of the 3 module grades and it's convertible to a numerical grade between 1 and 3. So we have 2 modules. The average of those 2 modules would be your course grade. Later, I will be showing you a table converting the module grade average to course grade. And with that, let's go to your syllabus. So this is our syllabus. I will be uploading a copy of this syllabus to your Blackboard account so that you would have access to it. I highly recommend reading and memorizing the vision and mission statements of MAPUA. Next, we have the program educational objectives. These are your goals that you are expected to meet 5 years after graduation. So read that as well. Next, we have the student outcomes. We have 2 types of student outcomes from ABETS and from PTC and CHED. The student outcomes are the abilities or the attributes that we expect you to develop during your stay in the university. I would like to formally welcome you to our course, CM011L, with a course title, Chemistry for Engineers Laboratory. It has no prerequisite, but it has a core requisite, which is the lecture course, CM011, and it has a credit unit of 1 unit. The course description. a fundamental laboratory course, which is a combination of experimental and calculation laboratory. This course includes experiments and exercises related to the principles and theories in chemistry that are covered in CM011. Part of the course is a community immersion program on the care of the environment. Let's go through the course outcomes. The course outcomes are things that you should be able to do after completing the course. So we have divided this into the two modules. For the first module, we have three course outcomes: determine the percentage by mass of acetic acid in vinegar, calculate the experimental molar mass of a volatile liquid through measurements of pressure, temperature, and volume, and use the learned concepts of composition and reaction stoichiometry. So course outcome 3 has a connection with your lecture course, CM011. For the second module, these are the course outcomes: gather, record, organize, and interpret data collected from the experiments on the measurement of heat capacity and enthalpies of reaction. Set up apparatus for both electrochemical and electrolytic cells. Measure cell voltages and compare the predicted data with calculated data. And obtain water samples from different communities and test the dissolved solids and dissolved oxygen content. In our case, since we are still under restrictions due to quarantine, we will no longer be getting samples from the communities. This is our course coverage. The course coverage table tells you what are the topics that we will be tackling per week. So we are on week 1. This is our introduction to the course. You will be assigned to groups of 5 members each. I will be assigning the groups. They will be generated randomly, and I will be posting the groupings as a document under the week 1 tab of our Blackboard. So please check that document and please contact your groupmates through course messages in Blackboard. For week 2, we will have our first experiment. Now, our experiments are pre-recorded demonstrations of the actual experiment with me commentating on the process. So I want you to watch the video for the experiments, and then you will be provided with the raw data related to the experiments. All you have to do is to perform the calculations, perform the analysis, and then prepare your data sheet and your final report. So week 3, we have the second experiment for the first module. That's the molar mass of a volatile liquid. For week 4, we have your first exercise. It's regarding composition and reaction stoichiometry. And for week 5, we have the second exercise, the exercise on solid crystalline structure. For the weeks with exercises, you will be given the entire week to work on the exercise. And finally, for week 6, this is the end of the first module. You will have your exam 1. The exam 1 will cover experiments 1 and 2 and exercises 1 and 2. Next, for the second module, for week 7, we have your first experiment under the second module, calorimetry. For week 8, the next experiment, galvanic cells. For week 9, the next experiment, water analysis, solids. And for week 10, the last experiment, dissolved oxygen in water. For week 11, we will have your second exam. The second exam, or the module 2 exam, would cover the last 4 experiments. This is our textbook, or this is our lab manual. I will be uploading a copy of the manual in our Blackboard accounts. These are our other references. These are all available in your Metis. This is how you will be evaluated in the course. For the first module, it spans the first 3 course outcomes. The exam is 20% of your grade. The final report for experiments 1 and 2 are 25% each, so they make up a big part of your grade. And the 3 exercises account for 10% each. The passing for this course is 70%. For Module 2, again, the exam is 20%, and then the final reports for each experiment are also 20% each. The passing is still 70% for the second module. This is the scoring rubrics for your lab reports, no, or for your final reports. This is how I will be grading your submissions, in case you are wondering. So please read this rubric so that you will know how to prepare your laboratory reports. I will be uploading a format of the lab report so that you will be guided. This is the group interaction table. So this ensures that all of the members are participating in the preparation of the final report. This is your rating to your group mates, and you will be performing this grading for every experiment. This accounts for 20% of your grade, while the 80% comes from the final report. This is how we will be transforming your grade average to numerical grades. You see that if you fail the module, or if you have a score below 70, then your grade is IP. It's not 5. No? So if you are aiming for a certain score, then you can refer to this table so that you will know what average will you be aiming for. This is how your module grade average will be computed. It's simply the average of your grade from the two modules. And then your module grade average will be converted to a course grade through this table. Okay? So again, if you fail both modules, then you automatically get a grade of 5 in the course. And then finally, for the other course policies, I will just be highlighting the most important. First is attendance. So as I have mentioned earlier, if you are absent for an entire module, regardless if you are perfect in the other module, you automatically get a grade of 5. Next, I highly encourage you to read this academic integrity policy and adhere by it, because if you violate this policy, then you automatically get a grade of 5 in this course. Next, my consultation schedule is every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I will be setting up a Zoom meeting room, and I will be providing you the details to the Zoom meeting room every week. So if you have any questions, or if you want some clarifications on the lectures, then you can drop by every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. and then ask me. And the delivery for this course is called asynchronous because I will be uploading pre-recorded video lectures for every experiment along with the pre-recorded demonstration of the experiment. The asynchronous delivery of the course ensures that you learn at your own pace because you decide when you will watch the videos as long as it's within the week of the release. Okay? So please refer to our course schedule to determine what we will be doing for the week. So since we are under asynchronous delivery, all of the materials needed and all of the assessments will be uploaded every Monday, and then all deliverables or everything that you need to submit must be submitted on or before Saturday. So that is how our asynchronous delivery will work. Okay? I will continue to remind you regarding your submissions every week through the announcements. Again, if you have any urgent questions, don't hesitate to ask me through course messages in Blackboard. Okay? So this is the end of the orientation. Please watch out for the next video release and always keep safe.